Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for Empire Season 4, Episode 5. How was everyone's day today? My day was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Wasn't a bad day. Wasn't a good day. It was just, it was a day. But, gotta be thankful. So I hope everyone else had a good day as well. This episode of Empire was very good. I can say that. I was trying to get through it because I'm like, I need to get to the end so I can review it. It was a very good, entertaining episode. I feel like it was one of the better episodes it was a good episode. It was only episode 5, but let's just get into this. So, at the beginning of the episode, we know that it was about a 2-week hiatus again because it was the World Series. So, it's been a full 2 weeks since we had our Empire fix. So, that's what I'm saying. Let's get into it. So, we see the beginning of the episode starts off with the family. Well, not Lucian, but, Hakeem. Well, not Lucian and not Jamal. That's who wasn't there. It was Hakeem was there. Tiana was there. Cookie, Dre. Even Thirsty, they're there and they're talking to the lawyer because, again, remember the last episode, Anika, old snaky ass, snaky ass, not sneaky, snaky ass, hired Angelo ass, Cookie's old exo, Tay Diggs ass, to represent her to go for full custody of Bella. So they're talking to a custody lawyer who's trying to get all the information he can so that they can go to, what is behind me? Oh, it's my charge, my iPod. My iPad. Anyway, so they're talking about, the things, how Anika and Hakeem started sleeping together to get back at Lucius, how Anika was in jail, how Bella doesn't really know Anika, and then how Tiana has been the one helping Hakeem raise Bella, and Bella sees Tiana as her mother. And so, he's like, okay, well, this is, a crazy story. And then he's like, yeah, we didn't even find out that she was pregnant until she was 6 months along. And Thirsty was like, too late before we can do something about it. And Hakeem was like, why you talk about Bella? He like, calm down, little Simba. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying it was too late to do something about it. But of course, Hakeem always gets up in his arms about anything anybody says. So as they're talking about that, Cookie gets a phone call and someone's like, turn on the TV, turn on TMZ. I'm looking like, okay, TMZ getting a shout out on the TV, you know what I'm saying, as a part of the show. So, of course, it's Harvey, and I don't know the black guy's name with the dreadlocks. I just know him as the black guy with the dreadlocks. I know that's kind of racist, but I don't watch TMZ that much. I do watch the, get the news, like, online, but I don't watch the show because I be at work. So they are playing the story of Lucius doesn't have his memory. He doesn't remember his family. He doesn't even remember Cookie. He's been lying all this time and deceiving people. Oh my God, he's been deceiving the shareholders, blah, 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 blah. And Cookie's like, oh, damn it, because they've been trying to keep this a secret the whole time. So from there, we see, Claudia and Lucius. It's like the last thing that we saw with Claudia and Lucius, they were at that lion, and Claudia, old sneaky ass, Claudia's sneaky. Claudia's sneaky ass took him there trying to get his memory back with that lion statue. So this is like the next time we see them. So I'm like, did y'all have sex? What happened? Because she's like, it was, this can be unethical. We can't let anybody find out about this. It's kind of against the rules. And I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, what happened? Because they didn't show us what happened. We know they share some kind of connection, whether it's the fact that they are emotionally connected and how she knows she wrong as hell for being emotionally connected to Lucius, or, if she let Lucius, Lucius take it down one time. So, she said how no one could know. And he's like, you who, Cookie? Are you scared of Cookie? And she's like, no, I'm not scared of Cookie. I'm getting notifications, I'm sorry. She's like, no, I'm not scared of Cookie. I just, we just have to take our time about it. And, that's what it is. So, he's saying the only thing, because she's like, is there any part of Lucius that you feel like you could connect to? And, he's like, the only part that I can connect to is the music, that's it. And so, as they're saying that, Cookie walks in. And she walks in with the newspaper that shows Lucius doesn't have a memory. So she's like, look, this is crazy. We have to fix this. We have to go down to the board to convince them that your ass is okay. So I need you to come with me and be okay. And then they rush off. And he looked back at Claudia. And I'm like, it's something going on between them two. And I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. So from that part, we see Andre, who we waking up with, Detective Pamela. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Detective Pamela. We see how that's going to go. And so they're in the bed, kissing and hugging and stuff. It's the next morning after. And they trying to get some more in the nookie. You know what I'm saying? Get some nookie in the morning and you have a good day. Maybe that's why I never... Anywho. So they're, messing around or whatever. And then her phone goes off. Because as we know, she's a detective that's also on Lucius's case from Vegas and everything. She's she's the New York person who's covering it. And when her phone go off, she get up and she leaves. And, Andre's like, was something that I need to know? And she's like, no, everything's fine. I just have to leave. So she leaves. But let me wrap this Andre story on up because everything else, I don't want to go piece by piece. So later on down the line, she comes to see him at the office and he comes outside to the car. And he like, you want some more? And he all rubbing on her thigh, on the inside of her thigh like that. Get your hands off me. We in a cop car. And don't cop cars have cameras? That's another story. So she's like, oh no, I'm here on official business. I just want to let you know that we talked to Shine. And he was like, okay, I told you everything I know. And she was like, well, Shine, was kind of shading you, kind of pointing the finger at you. And he's like, what? Why would he do that? He not my friend. I don't know what he's talking about. I told y'all everything I want to know. And she's like, well, I'm just here to give you a heads up so that you can get in front of it if there's anything to get in front of. So he's like, look, I told you. I told the Las Vegas police. Everything I know, I don't know what Shine talking about. I ain't got time for this. And she's like, well, okay, well, that means you in front of it. Fine. And he's like, I gotta go. And she's like, no, you gotta go so soon. And she put his hand back on her thigh to rub on her thigh. And he was like, yep, I gotta go. He moved his hand and he got the car. Pamela, you can't be wanting his nookie and his cookie, but you want to also have him be the murderer. Which one you want? Do you want him to be the bad guy? Or do you want him to be your bad guy? Which one? Because you can't have it both ways. And I don't know how to read her. I'm like, 1 minute she's sleeping with him. The next minute you think he is suspect. I mean, are you going to be the person to help him if he is a suspect? Or are you okay with sleeping with people even if they're the bad guy? I don't know. I don't know what it is. So from there, because she told him that, he finds Shine. And he's like, this is some bullshit. I can't believe you talking to the cops. Why would you be putting me up under the table? I'm not going down for what you did. You up here talking to the police. And he like, man, get off me. I ain't no snitch. I don't talk to the cops. Your ass the one talking to the cops. And Andre realized she played him. She or Shine lying, one of the two. But Shine is saying, I haven't talked to the cops. Only you talk to the cops. And you need to calm down and stop acting like a little scared bitch. He like, you didn't talk to the cops? And he was like, no, I didn't. So then Dre was like, you know what? You're right. All this scared stuff. If you want to tell my family about what we did, then you do that. But I'm not letting you hold this over my head no more. And he like, Dre. And then Andre just walks away. I don't think Shine gonna tell. Me personally, I don't. I think they need to I think once the investigation is over, everything gonna go away. Or, they just gotta murder Shine. One of the way. So that was basically the whole scene with Andre. I was able to get that wrapped up in one whole fell swoop. Everything else is about Lucian, Cookie, Claudia, and Hakeem, and the baby. Okay? So from there, we see, Cookie and Cookie's there, Claudia's there. Lucian is there, and they're trying to bring him in front of the board, in front of the stockholders, so that they can assure them that they don't have anything to worry about. So they get there, and they basically like, what's your medical condition? Are these rumors true? If you've been deceiving us, that's not fair. And he looks at them straight in their face, and he was like, I don't answer to you. I don't answer to you either. I don't answer to none of y'all. And I'm like, okay, Dwight, speak the way Lucius would speak to them. he brings up, he like, you know what I'm saying, as far as as last I checked, the stock in Empire is the highest it's ever been. And it's all because of my catalog and because the person who tried to kill me, tried to blow me up, we're at our best. So y'all need to basically leave me be, shut up, and let us make this album. And, the lady like, I still need, a medical evaluation. Cookie like, bitch, I want one on all of y'all too, but I ain't gonna get it. I'm like, damn, Cookie. I would say the same thing too. Don't question my medical status, okay? Because if I'm not mistaken, legally a person can get your medical. But one thing was, Lucian ain't had his memory for all these months, and Empire has ran fine. Calm your asses down, okay? It is perfect. Cookie is perfectly okay running that. So from there, she was like, look, okay, this is the deal. How about if I let the press follow Lucian for 24 hours, for 48 hours. And with that, calm y'all down so they can see that he is perfectly fine. And they're like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And Cookie like, okay, let's hope this works. Because again, Lucian don't have no goddamn memory. But we see, that's what's supposed to happen. She gonna let the press follow him. Because that way they can't say he's all messed up in the head. So from there, we see Jamal ass in the car with his fake real boo, yes, Warren, and they getting out the car. Now, when they got the car, here come Angelo, old scary ass. Yes, Angelo's scary because he had behind Anika trying to get back a cookie. And he was like, oh, Jamal, you dropped this. Now, I don't know why Jamal, light-skinned ass, was being light-skinned at that moment and took the envelope knowing damn well he ain't dropped nothing. If you walk up to me out the blue and say, here, you dropped this, and I know I just got out the car and you didn't come from my car, you came from way over there, like you ain't nowhere near me, bruh, I ain't dropped nothing, you can keep it, you know what I'm saying, mail it to me, I don't want to touch it. But no, not Jamal, not the sheep lion. He takes it in his hand, and then Angelo's like, you've been served. This is a subpoena for you to appear in court for Bella's hearing. Jamal's so stupid. Just so stupid. So then here come Warren like, all right, go ahead on. You done gave it to him. And they're like, oh, this your new boy toy? Oh, well, he's taller and more stupid than did he call him more stupid? Because I hope he didn't say stupider. More dumb. Because I'm like, I had to think about, what did he say? He said, yeah, he's taller. He's taller and more dumb than I thought he would be. You gonna just call your family dumb like that? Okay, but Angelo don't like Warren and Warren don't like Angelo. So this is Angelo's way of being able to talk shit to Warren, and Warren can't really react how he wants to react. So from there, Warren like, get out of here. Go ahead on about your business. And then Angelo turns around. He was like, don't you wonder how the media got a hold of that information about your father? And he looked dead at Warren. He was like, your boy toy looks thirsty. I was like, you out here snitching, Angelo? And then, of course, Warren looks panicked. And he was like, man, and then Jamal was like, don't even worry about it, man. He been tripping ever since my mom dumped him. He just tripping. But Jamal, you the one tripping, you stupid. Because if you think about it, 2 + 2 is 4. The minute you told Warren about your daddy, it was in the news. If I tell somebody if I tell someone anything and it's something that nobody else knows, and then it gets out, you the leak, okay? Because everyone has always known and nothing happened. But the minute I tell you it's in the news and you the newbie, nope, I'm straight, I'm good. So we see that whole thing. So back at the studio at Empire Records, they are going to have Becky kind of shadow Lucius so that she can guide him on how to kind of produce things. Because she's like, I can't teach Lucius how to produce. And he's like, well, no, I just need you to kind of guide me so that way, I'm kind of okay with everything. And she was like, okay. And they're like, well, yeah, because you work with him the most in the studio, so no, it should be easy for you to just kind of help him along to do this. So they bring the press in. And it's like 5 or 6 people from the press. And we see that he's first in a session with V. Bozeman. I love V. Bozeman's voice. And she's singing a song or whatever. And you hear Becky say, remember what I taught you? Remember what we planned? And then he's like, okay, stop the music. Veronica, V, okay, I need you to think about everything you've ever wanted in your life, everything you've ever worked for in your life, and just put it all into the music. You know, you have to put into the music as if everything you worked for all this time, you're gonna lose it all in one day, you know, and sing it like that. It was a good monologue, you know what I'm saying? It did what it was supposed to do. But if you thought a person had amnesia and wasn't themselves, that ain't what they would say. So it was a really good representation, okay? So as V is singing, Lucius is seeing these colors. And I'm like, he always see colors when people is, you know, when the music is on. So he's, you know, having this bit of a reaction. So we see that from there, they're basically taking him from studio to studio to studio. And it's kind of set up, he went in to be with Jamal for a second. He went in to be with Shine for a second. And when he was in the studio with Jamal, and they were going to switch him to a studio with Shine, and then here come Claudia, like, I think I should talk to him first. No, wait. And so the media, like, is there something wrong? There's there's a lot of tension in here. And she was like, girl, shut up. No, ain't nothing wrong. Just be quiet and go ahead about your business. You know, go to the next studio. So when they go in with Shine, you know, Shine knows something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? He knows it. So he likes messing with people. And, you know, cause he like, don't you fuck with me on camera, okay? Just don't do it. So when Lucius come in, he sit down. Of course, the media is there too. And Shine is playing this song. And Shine knows that certain songs make him react. He is aware of that. So he's kind of playing a song that I think he wanted Lucian to react to negatively, or however he wanted a reaction, because he kept cutting it up. You know, it was a different kind of beat. So as Lucius is sitting there, he's seeing colors. He's seeing crimson red. He's seeing this red. And he's like, oh my God. So he's having a little bit of a reaction, but nothing that they can tell. You can just tell he's kind of like just thinking or whatever. And he's like, cut it off. And I'm like, oh shit. And he was like, it's just anger with no purpose, you know. Keep working and try again and do better, Shine. And then he leaves. I'm like, okay. Because that's what Lucius would do. But it was a thing of when he was hearing the music, he was having a reaction. And he was just seeing different colors. With V, he was seeing, I think it was maybe blue. I forgot what color, the color he was seeing with V. But with him, he was seeing red. Meaning it was just anger for no purpose. And I'm like, okay. You know, it is what it is. And what happens next? So yeah, from there he's leaving because he's like, you know, he has to work. He has to do something. So we see him like leaving Empire. He's talking to Cookie and them, and he's saying, you know, I gotta go. You know, I gotta go. I need to go get some of my people. And I'm like, Lucius, you ain't got no damn people. You don't remember nothing. So Cookie like, Lucian, you can't. No. So Claudia like, you know what? I'll go with him. I'll stay with him. And he leaves. And I'm like, y'all gonna let him just go out by himself? But, you know, that's what he said he wanted to do. So from there, we see the next scene is, you know, Lucian, Andre and Thirsty talking to Cookie, trying to tell her what the board is saying about this whole Lucian situation. And they're like, you know, they said that if we can't get this album done, or if the company takes any more negative hits in the press, they're going to suggest replacing you, you know, because of it. He's like, damn it, I can't believe it. So from there, we see Eddie walk in. Forrest Whitaker character, who was, you know, Lucius' old friend. And she's like, I told you he was going to get his friends. Yeah, you know, old school stuff. You know, we're going to try to work with the best producers. You know, Eddie's a legend in his gang. So yeah, so Lucius, like I told y'all, I was going to get a friend. I'm looking like, okay, Dwight, play that role. So we see that Eddie is going to be working with them on different things. So he goes into the studio with Tiana, and we find out that Tiana and Hakeem was going to remix or redo a song that Lucius did back in the day called Hate the Game. Tiana was like, oh, I'm so happy you're here. You know, you're such a legend. And he's like, well, since Hakeem isn't here, because Hakeem been missing since ever. Okay, he just dealing with stuff. So she get in the booth, and I have to say the version that Tiana did, I liked it. I liked the version of it. I thought it was cool. I want to hear it on Tidal when they had the whole new Empire season 3 or season, whatever season it is, the season album or whatnot. And Lucian and Cookie is having good dialogue. You know, it seems very natural. You know, the media's eating it up, and he this was Cookie's favorite song, and then, you know, Lucian like, was it? It could you so quiet? And I could, tell him why it's your favorite song. She's like, because even us women gotta be pimping us. I don't know what she was saying, but it was good dialogue where they wouldn't think anything was up, basically. So from there, the music is playing, and again, Lucius is seeing these different colors. So Eddie realized he's having some kind of reaction, and he's like looking around and stuff. So Eddie kind of puts his hand on the shoulder, and he's smacking him on the shoulder as if it's the beat of the song, and he's kind of keeping him calm and cool. But again, it's something that the media wouldn't notice. It looked like they just vibing to the music, but I like how Eddie peaked it, and he got Lucius's back. Okay, Eddie, I like you, Eddie. We know we got you. So Lucian then says, I see what's going on here. I see these colors when it comes to the music. So we see that whole scene. So the next thing we see is Warren confronts Angelo. So Angelo at the crib, he on the phone, and when Warren walk in, he like, I gotta call you back. A prostitute just walked in. A prostitute? Man, what's going on with you? Now all this time I thought that Angelo and Warren were brothers. Time to find out they're cousins. I did not know they were cousins. I thought they were all children of Claire Huxtable, Mrs. Dubois. One of like stuff at the all the thing. So, Warren like, you almost blew up my whole thing. Why would you come and say stuff like that? I can't believe you would do that. He like, look, I was trying to keep you on your toes, cuz. I don't need that, cuz. And he's like, it looked like you really in love with him. He like, well, then if you think that, then that means I'm doing my job. And he was like, no, you sprung. You want to be with him for real. You not acting. And I'm going to tell my mama, and then you got to go. And I'm like, you snitching? You a whole snitch in these streets? Angelo is a sad, sad man. You can tell he only gets his confidence from other people, and he's just a sad, sad man, babe. I'm glad Cookie left his ass alone, honestly. I thought he was a good person for her, but he's just more and more pathetic by each episode. I like Tay Diggs, but this character, I don't like this character of his. So when he's like, I'm telling my mama, he like, ain't nobody killing your mama except your punk ass. You punk ass mama's boy. I'm like, y'all gonna fight it out on the y'all gonna fight. But no, as they have this whole dialogue, we hear a knock on the door. Who knocking on the door? It's Hakeem. Hakeem, what? Hakeem is the only lion. Well, no, Jamal is an idiot too. But Hakeem be just doing stuff just on a whim. And I'm like, how is it that nobody is paying attention to what Hakeem is doing? Hakeem is out here doing all willy-nilly, just doing whatever. And, but he's there talking about he's looking to speak to Mrs. Dubois. And she's like, well, he ain't, she not here. You should just give custody of Bella to Anika. And he was like, hell no, no. And he was like, well, okay, we'll just go to court and you can get used to your daughter calling another man daddy. Of course, Hakeem hits him. He punches him and stuff, and, pushes him into a wall. And Angelo, the lawyer, is like, you know what? Judges love it when the fathers are, they can't hold in their aggression. That's the perfect reason to take the child away. So you're in court tomorrow, dummy. And I'm like, yeah, Hakeem, that was stupid. You can't hit the other person's lawyer. This doesn't make any damn sense. So from there, Hakeem was so worried, he wanted to go to Cuba with Bella. He got his friends getting them passports, Tom meet us at the airplane, and then they go meet up with Tiana because he want to bring Tiana too. And Tiana like, boy, what? What? And he's like, well, yeah, I have to leave with Bella. If I don't, they're going to get her. I can't be with her. I can't be without you. So I want to go to Cuba because if I'm in Cuba, they can't make me come back because I don't think Cuba has any extradition laws. And she was like, Hakeem, that's crazy. And she's like, no, just, can you just please come with me? Let's just go. She then says, well, let me go back in the studio to finish up this stuff. I'll cover for you, and I'll meet you at the airport. Just don't leave without me. And he's like, okay. And they kiss and hug, and then she leaves. So I'm like, Hakeem is stupid. We then see Eddie and Lucian talking as they're working in the studio. And, Eddie is saying, you wrote this because V was performing another song. And, Eddie's like, you wrote this song right when Cookie went to jail. It was how you was feeling. And you built Empire to show how much you love Cookie. It was all for her. So then we see from there, Lucian goes and he talked to Claudia. And he's asking her, because as V is singing, he's seen colors again. I think it was purple at this point in time. And I think purple is the color of love, just like red is. But you know, it is what it is. And he's like, why do I see colors when I hear music? And then he picks up paint. And I'm like, but she already had the paint too. And I think it's because earlier in the scene, he was telling her when he was having this little episode that what colors he was seeing. So I guess she's a genius. So she done went and got all these paint colors. So he's remembering different songs. And she was playing the song. And he started painting the color that he saw as the music was playing. And then he was like, oh my God, it's amazing. The music, I see colors when I hear the music. And he was painting and painting and painting and painting and painting. So, Cookie come in. Because he's been painting and he's painting like this thing on the wall, all these colors, and he's kind of zoned out. And Cookie walked up like, what the hell are y'all doing? What is he doing? And she's like, oh my God. He has she said he has synesthesia. I might be pronouncing that wrong. And she said basically it's a form of amnesia where you hear music and you see colors, and that's how you interpret things. And he was like, Claudia was telling Cookie to look. She's like, see, look, he's painting the music. And then she was like, he's not painting. He's creating music through the colors. And they show flickers and flashes of like when he was in the studio and Jamal came in and Jamal like, Dad, and he couldn't hear him because he was so locked into the music. They show an old flick of when they were younger, and he was the same thing. And Cookie saying, Lucius, and he's so focused into the music. She's like, he's not hearing the music in his head. He is just focused on making the music in this way. And I'm like, okay. Let's see where that goes. So from there, we see the next day, Cookie unveils this whole painting that Lucius painted on the wall. And she's like, this is going to be the cover art for the album. He has finished the whole album up, but he was here all night. He's tired. So he went home. The album, we have released it on Empire Extreme a whole day early. The projections are that it's going to be great. And she's like, so we far exceeded what we were supposed to do. She then admits, yes, Lucian does have a form of TBI, traumatic brain injury. For y'all who don't know what TBI is. And she's like, but he's getting better, as y'all can see from this painting, from him being here, from the media being here, and from him completing this album. And they're like, well, that's all fine and good. Thank you for finally coming to be truthful. However, we want someone else here to help. We need to protect our interests and protect the board members and protect our investment. And she's like, I knew your ass was going to do that. And she get up and walk away. I'm looking like, where you going, Cookie? Cookie, where you going? She comes back, and she comes back with Eddie, Forrest Whitaker's character. I'm looking like, okay, Forrest Whitaker going to be on here for a little bit. Okay, I see you where you going with that. So Cookie like, y'all all know Eddie so-and-so, because I don't know what his last name is. He's a legend in this game. Been in the game for years, great producer, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to suggest him, and y'all not going to bring nobody else up in here because he's family. I'm not going to have y'all bringing no stranger up in here. And she's like, the board, like, would you really take the position? And he was like, yeah, but only as the advisor to your CEO, Cookie. That's it. I will work beside her and I'll be her advisor, and that's it. So, they all happy. So from there, we see Lucius is at home with Claudia, and they painting. They just painting stuff. Paint. And I'm like, why they gonna, okay. Why he with Claudia, but okay, it is what it is. So as he's painting, he's hearing music, he's seeing colors, he's remembering things, he's remembering each song, he's having memories of him. It is all a memory of him and Cookie, him and Andre, him and Jamal, he's having all these different memories as he's seeing these colors and hearing these songs. The music and the colors is helping him remember. And he's saying, I remember you. And he's looking at Claudia. Now, him and Claudia all picking up paint together. They all being all sensual and stuff. And he's remembering. And he's remembering stuff. And he's looking at Claudia. But then Cookie face is on Claudia. So he's thinking of Cookie, but he's there with Claudia. And I'm looking like, Claudia got Lucius in the goddamn sunken place. He is in the sunken place. She been stirring the tea. He sat in the chair and he is down in the sunken place, and they need to flash some goddamn on lights, and somebody need to go get Andre from the sunken place too. So from there, he's, you're my muse. I love you. And she's like, oh, do you? So Lucius is seeing Cookie. Lucius is imagining Cookie is there with him, but it's Claudia. And I'm like, Lucius, get out the sunken place. Somebody flash some lights in front of Lucius because he's in the damn sunken place. And I'm like, oh my God, she didn't bamboozle this man to see Cookie in her. And that's why she was trying to get him to have that emotional connection. I'm looking like, this old sneaky bitch. Lord Jesus. So from there, they in a sunken place. They kissing and hugging and stuff, and we see them lay down. Now, the next scene we see is a little scene where Hakeem is at the airport waiting on Tiana. Tiana get there, and he like, okay, thank you. I'm losing my voice. He like, thank you for coming. I know I sound dumb. Don't talk about me. My voice is getting deeper. He like, thank you for coming. And she's like, I love you. I love you too. But hold on. She brought Cookie. And Cookie like, boy, what is you doing? We lions. We don't run. We fight. And he like, Ma, I can't stay here. They're going to take Bella. I can't lose Bella. And she's like, no, we fight. We not letting you run away from this. And he's like, well, Mom, I've done some things. Because, of course, no one knows he been hanging out with Dubois all this time. And now Dubois is the one trying to take Bella. And we know in court they're going to use that against them in some kind of way. But, they don't know that yet. And so she's like, I don't care. You're my son and I love you. And she hugs him and he kind of, it's a whole great moment. But to the best part of the episode. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. So, it's the next morning. Cookie, somewhere else. I don't know what Cookie at. But Claudia is laying down and she's waking up. And she ain't got no top on. And Lucius like, good morning. I'm looking like, Lucius, you just slept with Claudia? Oh, my God. He just slept with Claudia. She's like, don't look at my scars. Now, I didn't see no scars. All I saw was pain. So, and plus, I didn't have my glasses on, so I could have just been tripping. And he's like, oh, it's okay. Your scars are beautiful to me. It is what it is. She then says, thank you for seeing me. I'm so happy that you were really able to see me, And last night, I just love what you said to me. I love you, too. And he was like, really? And she was like, yeah, I'm just so happy. What do you think about me writing a book? And he was like, I think you misunderstood me. And she was like, well, no, I know, I wouldn't take all the credit for the book. You will be the right, you will be the producer, the writer, or whatever. But, this is my take on things. And he's like, and then she said, I'm so happy that I'm your muse. And he was like, Claudia, you're not my muse. Cookie is. And I was like, Lucius? Lucius, is that you? Lucius, is your ass back? And, she's like, what? He like, yeah, it all came back to me, And she's like, no. You can't trust your memories just yet. We were at the lion, remember? We were at the lion statue. You told me to come with me, Dwight, remember? Remember Dwight? And he was like, stop calling me Dwight. My name is Lucius. And she was like, no. There is no Cookie. He was like, look, there is no Lucius. He was like, look, I love Cookie. Stop calling me Dwight. My name is Lucius. And no, there is no Lucius. You're Dwight. Remember? And then Cookie walk in and she like, what the hell going on in here? And I'm like, girl, guess what? So when she like, what the hell going on? Claudia then say, you need to leave. I need to be with him by myself. You need to get out of here. You need to get out. And she's like, cause he's confused. And he like, the only one confused up in here is your ass, okay? You the one confused because if you think you can be in my house, bossing anyone's around, you don't throw no orders up here. This is my house. And he was like, you did your job. Thank you for helping me. We'll send you a check. It's time for you to go. I'm like, Lucius is back. And as he talking, Cookie looking like, okay, he back because Cookie didn't hear him say, I'm Lucius. She just heard them having a conversation. So, Lucius kind of stand back. And Cookie like, did you hear him, girl? It's time to go. She then called security and the maid. Like, help Claudia to her room so she can pack her stuff and get her stuff and get up out of here. You need me to call somebody for you? You know what I'm saying? You better get your ass up out of here. And I'm like, okay. So then Cookie like, okay, Lucius, we got to go to court. Let's go. And he like, Cookie, I gotta tell you something. She was like, no, Lucius, we can't talk right now. Tell me in the car. We can't be late for court. And he's like, Cookie, I have to tell you something. She was like, Lucius, you know, it's been a long day, but we can't be late to Bella's court day. We have to go. And then she walked off, and he was like, Cookie, I'm back. I was like, yes. Hey. I was very, because again, I've been waiting for Lucius' ass to come back. I have been so over this Claudia storyline. Even though I feel like Claudia gonna come back and she's gonna try to murder somebody later on because she's crazy. I feel that coming. But I'm happy it's getting back to Lucius and not Dwight. And I don't even want full Lucius. Like, I don't want, you know, gay shaming. I don't like my bipolar son. I'm trying to use my son. I don't want that Lucius. I want a cross between Dwight and the Lucius who ended in the last season telling Cookie he loved her. I want a good cross between them two. I don't need him, but Lucius is back. And I was a person who, I swear, like in season 2, I was like, man, they need to just kill Lucius off and just have Cookie on there. And now I see they gave everyone a taste of what it would be like if Lucius wasn't there. And I wasn't happy without Lucius. So I'm happy that Lucius is back. Very, very, very happy. I cannot wait until the next episode to see what's going to happen, how they're going to play it out. Because I'm pretty sure he's not fully Lucius. I'm sure he's a cross between the two. So I want to see how Terrence Howard now plays his character. Because you can't just go back to Lucius. You can't go back to full Lucius. Not based on just based on common sense of how things work. So, yep, happy about that. So, that was my review of Empire, and I'm about to watch Black Ink Crew and then review that, and then I have to do Star, and then Queen Sugar. It'll be a long night tonight. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Peace.